The Carolina Rains have arrived as we are inside a soggy Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Carolina Panthers. Have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he returns this to the 22.
Let's go now. Hop 70, hop 70. Let's go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Well, this defense for the Panthers, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. When you look at this defense, they are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
Being able to set the tone early in this game, because when you get down to it, it's that sign that we saw in their football facility when we visited with them. The one that said no explosives, no big plays, no chunk plays. That's what they've got to take care of.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
50 bounce, 50 bounce, drop 50, drop 60.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left.
Ready.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Down the left sideline. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Trey Palmer, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. A good hold of these run conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Set, ready. Drill, 45, wide. Hut.
They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there on 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
They go play action. Young. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got it at the 15. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there for Carolina. 59 yards.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking the secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there, because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
17.
They'll run here with Hubbard. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
Trouble, 38. Ready?
On play action, Young. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Panthers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. They hold everything because Darren Waller, the tight end, appears to be injured on that play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Ready? Panthers 60, Panthers Cowboy 80. Hey.
A run now for the rookie out of Georgia. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
But that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The first catch of the ball game there for Metcalf, and a first down to boot. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
A short one there to Fryermuth. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Here we go, set. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
The 5 receivers set here. It's 3rd down and 5.
79 Broncos. Ready? Cowboy 80. Ready?
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 33-yard line.
White, 6, Mega, Black Ultra, Blaster, 6. Ready.
Here's Young. Throwing left side, it's complete. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Let's go. 10 Black.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Yellow, 40, go pink. Coming. Ready?
Straight ahead with Hubbard. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Right at the line.
2nd and 10.
Gain on the play.
Now Young.
10.
He's going to air one out. And this is caught. Touchdown. A big play there. 51 yards. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there was no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense,
there he goes, right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Trey Palmer. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers have regained the lead. All right, big problems there on the conversion. A poor snap. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
Just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line.
Taken down.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On the double.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Set. Black, 95. Price, 97. You don't blue.
Young to throw it. Looking middle, and he finds McMillan. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. The Panthers at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Hey, go field. Set, cut.
Looking to throw, Young. Now he'll tuck this and run. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Young scrambling and able to pick up the first with his legs.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
Here we go. Here we go. 52 blue. Hey, we're going to do. Set, go.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Ready?
2nd down, another chance for Hubbard. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Chuba Hubbard with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys have now moved out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 5.
Steelers 16.
Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle, as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Get it. Viking 18, Panther 11, Panther 11. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Warriors 70.
Back to throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80. 70 Timberwolves. Go.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
That's taken in by Palmer. Room here to run. Well, he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 32 on the play.
What a game he's having. They've not been able to stop him or even slow him down. He's got 2 touchdowns already. That could have been a third. He's got the secondary coach asking people for answers. Can you help me out? Because we are not slowing him down.
19 right. Trap 50, trap 60.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And incomplete on the deep ball. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now a 2nd and 10.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Come on, come on. Hey, 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
Washington in motion left. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
Okay, ready?
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
1970 Timberwolves. Panther 11, Panther 11. 79 Broncos. Rangers, 70 Rangers.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And his kick here is good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
They're on 17-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone, because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room. A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go, set. Watch out now, 50 series. Set, go.
Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Ready. Yellow, 22. Hut.
They'll play fake. Now Young. He'll try to pick it up himself. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3 and out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Y'all got to pump my taste. Y'all can't talk my basic.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Set hut. 45. White. Blue striker. Black ultra. Ready.
Now here's Young. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26. Seconds to go until halftime. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
60 red.
Young now. Over the middle, complete. That's Hubbard. And the Panthers are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal.
Let's go now. Black, 95. Ready.
He's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
Striker.
Second and goal from the 1. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Tommy Trimble in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes this a 9-point game.
Steelers 19. Ryan Fitzgerald to kick off for Carolina.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. This fielded right at the goal line. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case, not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far.
Let's go. Yellow. Hey, hey. Set, huh?
They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 48-yard line, here's second and a yard.
Brings up second and 1.
Young off the play fake. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
36.
So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Hey, Cash.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They'll set up to throw. Short pass pulled in by Washington. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down, Steelers.
Here we go, here we go. Viking, 18.
Throw left side, taken in by Palmer. And he is across midfield from one 49 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Here's second and 8. That's complete to Parker Washington. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
70, Timberwolves, Warriors, 70, Buffalo 18.
He'll look to throw. That one behind his man, incomplete.
Now with a rookie quarterback out there, you definitely got to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
70 Lions. 19 Lions.
Palmer going to go in motion left. They'll look to throw again. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on fourth down. And that will force a turnover on downs. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
2nd and 10 now, third quarter from Charlotte.
Set. 33, yellow. Watch out now, 50 series. Set.
On the counter, this is Hubbard. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. 3rd and 8.
At the 46-yard line. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
6, mega. Steel, black. Hut.
Throwing, Young. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Come on, set. Black ultra.
Here's Young. They'll indeed go for it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
97. Ready?
Young. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Left down. Rank 38. Hut.
To the air once more, Young. Checks this down to Hubbard. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 16-yard line.
Striker, 3-3. Light blue. Smash. Red. Set. Go.
Young. This is caught by McMillan. And the Panthers are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
Seven-yard gain. That's another Panthers first down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Set. Hut. Ready.
Young to throw it. Now he's going to step up and run. And he will take it across for Panthers touchdown. Bryce Young, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
And we're back now in Charlotte, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
On play action, they'll throw. Now a short pass pulled in by Washington. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll send the big tight end in motion right. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Here's 2nd and 10.
Cut back to him. Cut. Here we go. Cut. Panther 60. Panther 60. Broncos. Ready.
Now back to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down.
Ready.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Buffalo 18. 18 Pioneer.
try it here. He's back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Palmer. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Now a run, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Looking to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is caught. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First down. First and goal, Pittsburgh.
Reno.
They'll try and sneak it here. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone.
Sometimes when quarterbacks run a sneak, they wait a second or two just to see which way to go with the football. And in this case, that hesitation cost him.
Get it.
He's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a third down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. DK Metcalf from 4 yards out. And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. And now the Steeler offense staying out there, and they'll go for 2.
Here we go.
Steelers will line up for the 2-point
Lions.
conversion.
Let's go.
And he will not make it to the goal line. The defense holds him here. And this is still a 3-score game as the lead remains 18. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Ready, set.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display. And now they look to defensive lineman.
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you off sides. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
second and 12 at the 40-yard line.
Red, cycle.
Young to throw it. He sets to fire deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Okay, ready?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
45, white. Hut.
To throw, Young. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up fourth down. Here's the Panthers punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Steelers with a football. As we get you reset, they've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
A gain of 3, second down.
Mustang 19.
Back to throw here. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And he'll be taken out of bounds all the way down near the 35-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 42 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
19 Cardinal. Hurt. Ready.
On first up. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down.
Ready. Hawk 70. Hawk 79 Broncos. Go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight.
Now he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. DK Metcalf with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.